Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new Trains Are Awesome video, and welcome to a brand new country to be featured on the channel. We're in Romania, specifically in the capital city of Bucharest. Inhabited since at least 1459 and home to almost 2 million people, this is an impressive city. But we're here to talk about transportation. For one, Bucharest has a sizable tram network. 483 vehicles run on 141 kilometers of tracks, and these green trams shown in the video are the newest in the fleet, having been built domestically in Romania. There's also a metro system, Metrorex, with 5 lines in total. And for travel across Romania and beyond, well, that's what the national railway system is for. And this is where things get interesting.
Do you hear the bells ringing? It's time for another adventure here in Romania. We're actually speed walking because I have to get some essential food in the bag. But we have 43 minutes to get to Gara de Nord.
We're at Gara de Nord, the main station here in Romania's capital. Looking at the trains here, you'll see why I like to call Romania the recycling bin of Europe's trains. And hear me out, I mean that 100% positively. Recycling is good. Romania just has multiple old trains from different European countries. Like this one, an X72500 from SNCF in France. Built between 1998 and 2002, 9 of these were transferred from France to Romania in 2018. Or this train, a DH2, better known as a Voetloper. These were Dutch diesel trains built in 1982. They ran on regional lines in the Netherlands until 2008, and today 13 sets have found a new home in Romania. The car we're riding on today, though, was built in Romania, as was the electric locomotive hauling us, a Class 41 built in 1965, based on a Swedish design. We're paying a visit to Romania's most famous count, the centuries-old vampire with a garlic allergy, a sunlight allergy, and the catchphrase, blah blah blah.
I don't say blah blah blah.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Anyways, let's go visit Count Dracula. Today we are taking the train and bus from Bucharest to Transylvania. We are catching Interregio number 1621, operated by CFR Călători. Departing at 10 o'clock, this train will run until Sibiu, although we will be riding up until Brașov. Right at 10, our train jolts into motion. Our journey to Brașov will take approximately 2 hours and 40 minutes, covering a distance of about 160 kilometers or 100 miles. A ticket for this ride costs just 65.5 lei, or about $15. This train is made up of first-class coaches, second-class coaches, and a restaurant car. There aren't many train services in Romania with onboard food service, but this train is one of them. The Bucharest to Brașov route is one of the busiest in Romania. The Romanian railways are somewhat unique among European systems for the fact that on many lines there are multiple companies competing for passengers. We are on a train operated by CFR Călători. CFR used to be the national rail operator in Romania, but in 1998 it was split up into several companies, with CFR Călători handling passenger services. Călători means travelers. Besides CFR, there are at least 5 other railway operators in the passenger travel market. Having multiple railway operators is pretty normal for many European countries, but so many on the same route, that's pretty unique. For example, there are 5 operators that run on the Bucharest to Brașov route. In fact, we will be trying out Astra Transcarpatic on the way back, riding a very special train, but more on that in a little bit. When communism fell in Romania, the country had a very dense and well-used passenger rail network. In the years following, some lines were closed, but main lines like this still provide a lifeline for the large country. However, the physical state of the network leaves much to be desired. As we've already seen, there are many old and second-hand trains. But Romania is modernizing. In 2016, the government created the Railway Reform Authority. This agency is responsible for making the railway network more modern and efficient by revising the regulations that hold the network back. One of their tasks is procuring new trains, like these brand new Alstom Karadia Stream electric trains. They're similar to the Intercity New Generation in the Netherlands and the POP regional trains in Italy. 37 of these were ordered by the authority, and basically the government buys the trains, and then as they award contracts to companies to operate certain services, they will also supply those companies with these modern trains. It's an interesting model for sure. Soon we climb up into the southern Carpathian Mountains. There is snow on the ground. We are now in the region known as Transylvania. With a name that originally meant beyond the forest, this region has always managed to capture the fascination of those in the West. Perhaps nobody has made Transylvania more famous than British author Bram Stoker, who published his book Dracula in 1897. Dracula is a count who lives in a castle in Transylvania, but he enlists the help of an Englishman, Jonathan Harker, to buy some property in England. But as we all know, Count Dracula is not just a count, but a bloodthirsty vampire. Stoker is said to have based his character on Vlad Dracula, better known as Vlad the Impaler. This unusually cruel prince lived in the 15th century. The Dracula from the novel written 400 years later has become a cultural phenomenon. In fact, Guinness World Records claims that no literary character has ever been portrayed in media and pop culture more than Count Dracula. And today, we are going to the castle that claims to be Dracula's castle. Brașov is the 6th largest city in Romania. From here, the tracks towards Sibiu are not electrified, so our electric locomotive is being detached and replaced with a diesel locomotive. On the other track is the overnight Interregio from Vienna to Bucharest via Budapest. Now that is a journey that I would like to do. Our locomotive has now attached itself to a different train, a regional train heading back to Bucharest. But we are going to Dracula's castle, and we need to take a bus to get there. A bus that leaves from the bus station, which is not here. So first, a short ride on a city bus to get to the intercity bus terminal. Here at the bus station, we will buy a ticket for the Transbus service from Brașov to Bran. This ride will cost 13 lei, or about $3. It's a ride that'll take approximately 50 minutes.
It is now snowing, so we wait. And we wait. It's really cold. And we wait. This one dude says the next one leaves at 3. It is now 2:05. But the sign says there's also one at 2:30, so fingers crossed.
Well, it looks like he had to wait for the 3 o'clock bus after all. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. We've been traveling for almost 6 hours to see a castle that's not Dracula's castle. Bran Castle, built in 1377, has claimed that it is Dracula's castle since 1997, a century after the book came out. However, Stoker, the author, probably didn't even know about Bran Castle. His description of Dracula's home doesn't match Bran at all, and Vlad the Impaler, he barely spent any time here. In short, there's no evidence whatsoever to back their claim. But when you're out here on a foggy day in the dark forest, you can almost feel your skin crawl as if there were vampires lurking nearby. Bear, did you pack any garlic?
So we made it to Bran. It's cold, and behind me there is Dracula's castle. Now, several things to note. One is, would I recommend doing this by public transportation? If you like adventure and enjoy the journey, yes. For sake of simplicity, no. I left at 9:30 this morning, and granted, a lot of time was trying to figure out how to actually get there because there's almost nothing on the internet about it. It is now 3:55 and the castle closes at 4, so I will not be going in. So I'll have to come back, I guess. Another thing to note is a lot of the town seems very touristy. It's kind of a sleepy town, but it's probably because it's the middle of winter and nobody else is really here. But it's very much geared towards tourism. You can get any kind of Dracula trinket you want. And I guess it supports the local economy, I hope. So would I recommend coming here? Yeah, but I'll have to come back here because I haven't been able to see everything that's here yet. Anyways, we're gonna do this trip back now. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, trains are awesome and they can get you almost anywhere. It just sometimes can be a little bit of a challenge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, etc. And come to beautiful Romania.
Now, Bear just did the whole bus thing again. He's back at Brașov station, going to Bucharest, but taking a different operator this time. Not CFR Călătorii, but Astra Transcarpatic, aboard one of these IC2 diesel multiple units. And my Danish viewers will immediately recognize these. Maybe you've been to Denmark and seen them yourselves. But wait, what? Denmark? Yes, these are former Danish trains. In fact, they have quite the history. They were built by the infamous Italian company Ansaldo Breda, same company that built the plagued Fira trains in the Netherlands. They were originally supposed to start running in 2004, but didn't enter service until 2012, and were extremely unreliable, similar to the 4-car sets that had been delivered earlier. Now, fun fact about those, one of them went missing, and it turns out that Italy had actually gifted it to Libya instead of sending it to Denmark. So to this day, Denmark still operates the 4-car variants, but the 2-car variants, it was decided in 2016 to get rid of them. A few of them were scrapped, but the majority were sold to Astra Transcarpatic, which runs them on several routes in Romania. Look, the signs on board are still in Danish. For what I can tell, they're doing fine in Romania. I mean, we arrived back in Bucharest exactly on time, a little after 9:30 in the evening. What a long trip it has been, but it has given us a glimpse into a fascinating place that we've never been to before. There will be another video from Romania coming soon, so if you enjoyed this one, please subscribe to Trains Are Awesome. Thank you so much for watching today. Happy Halloween. We'll see you next time.